What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Concrete Edge right here on Deco-Crete TV. Thank you, guys. So my name's Jeff, and on today's show, we're going to be taking a look at the Sienna Slate Seamless Stamps from Deco-Crete. We're going to show you what's all included in the set, and Jason's going to be here to tell you a little bit about the texture, and we'll go over a few tips for stamping concrete with seamless texture skins, so stay tuned, and you're going to learn all about it. So I'm sure there's a lot of you out there that seamless texture skins were the very first stamps you ever used on concrete, and I would be included in that. This was my introduction to stamp concrete with seamless skins. And so they have been around for a long time, but they are still a really popular option for stamped concrete, patios, pool decks, sidewalks, porches. I mean, pretty much anything you need to do with stamped concrete. I mean, some homeowners, they really just prefer the seamless texture look over that of a grout line pattern. And I mean, there are a lot less ups and downs, and it's just not as busy, especially on larger areas. I mean, overall, it's just a different look, and you also don't have to worry about dirt and grime piling up in your grout lines because there aren't any of them there. So the seamless Sienna Slate from Deco-Crete creates a fractured slate texture, and these stamps can be used on fresh concrete or concrete overlays. The large skins are 4 foot by 4 foot, and the set also includes a 2 foot by 4 foot stamp and a little small touch-up skin. Now, the two larger skins are both equipped with handles for easy placement and transportation. So when it comes to using seamless texture skins, I mean, there are a few things you need to know. I mean, a lot of times this gets looked at as the easy way to stamp concrete, and I mean, I do understand. I mean, these are a lot more forgiving than grout line stamps. The textures are lighter. You can do them more at a time, but I'm telling you, there is still a lot of technique involved. So we're gonna head out to the job site just to go over a few tips for use. Now, before we even get started throwing in release or even considering putting any of these stamps on the concrete, the one thing we need to do is we always want to make sure we have a nice finish on the concrete first. And you know, timing is that of any other stamped concrete, but the important thing is that we get a good steel finish on everything. And so we really prefer a steel Fresno and then some round end finish trowels for the edges. And we're just going to get this looking all really nice, and then we can throw a release on the slab. Now, this can be powder or liquid release. Everything from here on out is going to be exactly the same. So before these stamps ever even hit the slab, it's always a good practice to dust them down with release powder first, or if you're using liquid release, you can just keep spraying them as you go along. And you know, these stamps have been used, but they've been cleaned off in the meantime, and you can see that there really isn't much release powder on there. And doing this first is just gonna give us that extra little barrier. So all we gotta do is just take our release bucket and our brush, and we're just gonna spread release out all over these things just to get them started. If we don't do this, we're just upping our chances of something sticking somewhere. So the texture that we used for this Sienna Slate Seamless Texture Mat was off rocks that came from Virginia, off slate. We got some really cool rocks for it. It's the same actual texture that's on our Blackstone ashlar also. So I think it's a really cool pattern. It's got some really cool veining in it, and if you get them going in different directions, you can create a really random, unique look to it. So here we are in the heat of the battle, and with these, any seamless stamp like this, they're all the same. We want to give a good like 6-inch overlap, and with that, a good rule of thumb is keep it about back to the handle behind it. And that's about how much overlap we want. And then when we're coming back the other way, picture about a 6-inch overlap over what we've already done too. After we've got our overlap on that, what we're gonna do is go ahead and tamp one stamp. When we're done tamping all of them, we're gonna lift the stamp up. We're gonna flip-flop them. So we're gonna put one flap over top of the other, and then we're gonna step that line out. And that makes sure that when we tamped it, if it left a little bit of a line or anything, that takes that out. Same on the way back. We're not gonna hit the whole way. We don't wanna hit the tamper the whole way over to the edge, because that's gonna put that fringe in. With that 6-inch overlap, we're over top of that, and that tamper's taking that out. So with the Sienna Slate, just like all of our seamless stamps, you're gonna wanna rotate them each time. So we're gonna rotate the stamps so we don't have the pattern going the exact same way every time. And what we've done on our stamps to help with that is the little Deco-Crete logo. So those are, it's almost like an arrow. It's almost like an arrow. So you know that if that thing's turned, like if I'm taking this one and I'm turning it, I'm looking at it, I know that if those things are going in opposite direction, that they're going to be lined up differently, and the stamp's going to be more random that way.
So all in all, the seamless Sienna Slate stamps from Deco-Crete create a one-of-a-kind fractured slate texture on fresh concrete or concrete overlays. The set includes 4 of the large 4x4 skins, 1 of the 2x4s, and then 1 of the little small touch-up skins. So if you're looking to get your hand on a set of these stamps, all you gotta do is go to deco-crete.com and find your nearest Deco-Crete distributor, and they will hook you guys up. I just gotta say thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video. Man, we really do appreciate all the support that you guys showed the channel. So from all of us here at Deco-Crete TV, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.